Good evening, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Barnabas Brushes. My name is Patrick. I play the character of Barnabas Quint on the Elite Encounters Soul Severed campaign. Elite Encounters is a Pathfinder 2nd Edition live play group that you can catch every Tuesday on Twitch on their own channel. You can see their banner above me there and their channel link below me there. Be sure to catch them every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. What we're doing today is we're painting miniatures for Elite Encounters table. That live play is old school maps and minis, pen and paper RPG style. Thanks, Peliquim. I am feeling better. I'm not sounding better, but I am feeling better. The antibiotics are knocking this crap out of me, so hopefully in a few days I'll be right as rain and good as new and able to speak regularly again without coughing my head off. But anyway, what we're doing tonight is just continuing to work on these miniatures from the Epic Encounters line from Steamforged Games. We're working through this Arena of the Undead Horde. This group of miniatures comes in a kit with this little booklet here that has a number of encounters designed to run a little adventure with the miniatures that are included in the kit, and also a little flip mat. These rules are written to 5e, the 5th edition of the most famous role-playing game out there. But easily convertible to any of your fantasy RPG rule sets. Last time we were working on these, we slapped down a little bit of the leather and some of the armor pieces on these guys, at least the steel portions. We're going to continue to work on them today, adding in some color on the cloth and armor trim, and yeah, we'll probably knock out a good portion of these today. There's a lot of cool details on these guys. Start off with, as I was going through pre-show, I noticed that I missed a little bit of the steel armor, so we're going to knock that out real quick. Oh man, all right. I'm hoping I can bungle my way through this show with minimal coughing. So good to be caught sick right before the holidays. But to get my mind off that, we're going to paint some minis today for the Psychic Promise campaign. So you might see these show up on the table, harassing those players. This is again her band of ne'er-do-wells. Let's get some stuff out here to actually clean my brushes with. I think what we'll work on next is this cloth. Maybe we'll go underneath and do these pants real quick. These like leg pants and leggings that are on the bottom side of our model here. Not a lot to them. Do a real simple earth tone, like a green. I think I've decided that that is a kneecap sticking out of there, so we'll go over that with some bone here in just a second. Hmm. What's happening, guys? Yes, I am feeling a little bit better after a couple days of antibiotics. Thank you, science. So yeah, we'll knock this stuff out, and yeah, should be back to the table in no time. Anyway, we're gonna pop a little color on this knee bone sticking out of here. These iron skull knights. So there's some pieces on the armor here that I'm going to take a look at some reference pictures and see if I can't get some ideas on how these are painted, what they're supposed to look like. Not a whole lot of information there, but we always have the books as well that come with the kits. Okay, looks to be like they've got those painted up or colored up in their artwork as some kind of leather. So I think that's what we'll do. That sounds pretty easy. Pauline has joined in to perform her duties as quality assurance cat or quality assurance feline, quality assurance kitty. I don't know. She's growing up so fast. I don't know if she likes to be called kitty anymore. Do you? There's those. Oh, let's get this right here. Leather, leather hip pieces here. But I refer to their interior artwork because looking at this and assuming that it's some kind of metal, it just wasn't working right as a sculpt. It was too flexy and had some strange wrinkles and texture in it that didn't quite work for metal. It was definitely based on their interior artwork, some kind of leather piece. Right. I'll let that dry down a bit. That color we used was Speed Paint 2.0 Burnished Red. It's a kind of a reddish brown leather color. So for the tabard, or what's left of the tabard that's in here, I want to do that in some kind of, let's see, well, they definitely have this undershirt too. An undershirt and then this tabard thing over it. Hmm. For the undershirt, we'll use a Battleship Gray, which is a kind of a light blue-gray color that's easily highlighted up to white. Kind of give it a little chambray shirt feel to this undershirt. When this color goes on, it's a very faint blue to it, but as it dries down, the blue shadow will definitely come out a little bit more, but it'll still have that kind of white or grayish white color to it. Think like really faded blue jeans or something like that. And that's about what this dries to. Right, we'll let that dry down a little bit. Let's see our those, leather hip pieces have dried, and now that texture has come up pretty nicely on those hip pieces on that armor. While we're thinking about that, I'm gonna have to wet my whistle. Get the old throat uh, Moistened, I guess. Oh, well, you guys were having a crazy time at the table with the I don't know, the jokes were flying. Lots of wordplay on bushes and caverns, and it got interesting. And now B Rock has joined the crew. I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm sure it'll be interesting. Right. Since these guys were knights, I want their tabard to be uh, pretty eye-catching. So I'm going to use a like a royal blue color in the speed paint line. That is magic blue. This will come out pretty good on the slap chop. This is my go-to color when I'm painting Stormcast Eternals. Use that magic blue over a slap chop. It really makes for a nice royal blue color. And then mix that with the gold of their armor. Oh man, it's the steel and gold. It's pretty cool looking. So we're going to do the same here. Just kind of go over uh, this ruins of this tabard that they were wearing here. I'm going to push a little bit of this excess around here so it doesn't pool and dry in a weird texture. We'll let that dry down and get that kind of glistening out of there. Take a look at that once it's dry. Laura, thanks for being here. Don't let the boss catch you. So the blue started to dry down just a little bit, and you can see that texture there in the tabard. So now we're going to go through with gold and get these details here that are in the gold on this model, which is definitely the sunburst motif on the helmet and pauldrons, and these little gold chains on their hips. Go to a different palette for this. So for the gold pieces of the armor, we'll use golden armor. That's fitting. This is from the 2.0 speed paint line. Once this dries down, we could go over this with a brown wash just to accentuate the texture on that. Nice, nice. What are you doing over there? Sneaking around behind my computer. The chains, I'm just sort of tapping the side of the brush over the top of the chains and letting the texture of the links just pull the paint off the side of the brush. Almost like a very simple tapping type of dry brushing. So if I glob the paint on there, I'll lose the texture of those chain links, and I don't want that detail to remain. Same thing down here. Got some of the color where I didn't want it to go, so we'll wipe that out with a wet brush, and then take a dry brush and just wipe that out of there. That's what I get for trying to paint with a kitty on my lap, I guess. We'll switch that up there. There we go. And then we get the chain on this side. And then the sunburst on the helmet. Right, now we'll work that same detail over here on this model. So this new setup, is this a new like armature for the camera, or is this a new table to set up the battle cam and the map on? What are we talking? You said you picked this material up from work? We'll hit some of the details on the mace. Well, good luck with that, Sunshine. I hope that goes well. It's never fun. All good, guys. Lurking is welcome. Everyone's got things going on. I know we can't all sit down and stare at a screen and watch a guy paint for an hour. That's why this stuff is available on YouTube as well. Try to drop those videos on demand when I can. Same thing for the Elite Encounters. Those sessions are, yeah, lurking in the crawl space. That's a little weird. Lurking in the chat room, totally fine. Uh, Wait, how do you know I have a crawl space? Anyway, those videos on demand for the Elite Encounter sessions drop on YouTube as well, so you can catch up on those at your leisure if you can't watch live. And for the Soul Saver campaign, you can always listen as a podcast on your favorite platforms. That way you can listen while you're doing other things. I don't know. I think the attic is less creepy than the crawl space. Just saying. If you're gonna lurk, attic is better than the crawl space. Yeah, I don't like going into either one of those things, uh, but because you never know. But our attic is more secure than our crawl space, I think. Well, Pauline, you need to get your nails did. I'm gonna have to kind of trim these bad boys. Out of control. All right, can I get back to painting now? Okay. Yes, well, that's true. Yeah, those old attics that you can basically just stand up and walk around in, those are very creepy. Uh, and that tends to be where the bad stuff happens in most of the old horror movies, right? The old creepy attic. Ah, okay. Yeah, yeah. Especially if it's like a big bunch of dolls or something. Hmm. Work a little bit on this base now. For this weird stone pieces, I think I'm going to use mummified grime. That's a good greenish gray stone color. Quickly becoming one of my favorite go-to colors from the set. Just let this work its way into the texture of this stone pillar that's fallen over that he's standing on. And the speed paint will reveal a lot of those cracks and fissures in the rock. Really cool. And then watch it as it dries. Watching paint dry can be fun. That let that dry down a bit. Speaking of drying down, my throat is losing it. Ooh, boy, that does sound. Old houses are neat, but man, they have a lot of memories, and those memories, that residual whatever, can show up in some very unsettling ways, I think, sometimes. Yeah, yeah. If a house is new and fully finished, there's not a lot of creep factor there. But if you've got an old, turn of the century house, there's a lot of houses in Indiana that are still from the 1800s, late 1800s, that are still standing and still lived in. And man, there's just some feelings, weird feelings you get from those places sometimes. At least I do. Maybe I'm just weird. Old houses sometimes just creep me out. We'll let that stone dry for a little bit there. Yeah. And as you can see, as that dries down, the texture of that stone is really starting to show up here. It's really cool. But my voice is starting to give out on me, so I am. We're almost at the top of the hour anyway. So I just want to thank everybody for coming by and hanging out, talking about creepy houses, just supporting the channel. If you haven't already, be sure to give the channel a follow. Let your friends know to give us a follow. Don't forget that when we hit 50 followers, we'll be giving out that custom painted WizKids Beholder Mini. Uh, that's it. Still blank, still white, still waiting for paint because I'm still waiting to get to 50 followers to give this thing away. It's taking up space on my shelf. Do me a huge favor and get the word out if you can. Um, but once we get to 50 followers, we'll get that custom painted to a random lucky winner follower and get that sent out to you. In the meantime, don't forget to check out our flagship show, the Soul Severed Campaign, every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern on the Elite Encounters channel. Down in the links below, banners up there. We're having a great time in that live play campaign of Pathfinder 2nd Edition. There is a second campaign that we play, Psychic Promise, that we play the first Tuesday of every month. So we have a kind of a second show going. You can catch me here on this channel every Monday at 5, painting miniatures for my own collection, and then again on Wednesdays at 5, painting miniatures for the Elite Encounters channel. So be sure to stop by. Again, appreciate you guys coming out, hanging out. Hopefully my voice is better next time around. Don't forget on Thursdays at 8 o'clock Eastern, you can check out Elite Encounters Overwatch. Yeah, unless I'm sick. Yeah, I'm doing my best, man. But this year has just gotten me, thrown me for a loop. Oh, anyway, I'm almost there. But anyway, Thursdays 8 o'clock Eastern, you can check out Overwatch. He might be streaming games, playing with Laura, who's here in the channel with us, or he might be streaming games on his own. It's you never know. But it's definitely fun to check out Overwatch, playing his games live. Uh, What else do I gotta say? I can't think of anything to say except I probably won't be streaming next week due to the holidays. Possibly you might catch me Monday, which is the 23rd, but Wednesday will be Christmas. So I will sadly not be on the channel because I will be celebrating with friends and family here. Um, but I hope all of you out there have a great holiday season. We'll catch you after the holidays, probably after the new year. Thanks, Peliquim. I appreciate that. We'll catch you next time. Have a good night, everyone. Good evening.